Right, loads of people have been asking after the fidget spin and fidget cube video that we did a couple of weeks ago now, how he's getting on with them now. The fidget spinner, no interest at all, but the fidget cube, he hasn't put it down since he's had it, really. Yeah, you like the fidget cube, don't you? Is it good?
Yeah.
I didn't realise how ginger my beard looked in this light. Well, initial review of the GoPro doggy harness is that it's a piece of junk. I don't know how much, if any, of that footage was usable. It just basically kept twisting round and falling underneath him, and then combination of that and the waterproof case being useless as well, because the case actually opened. So I'm kind of glad that happened when we were still in the car, or at the car park, because if that had happened in the river, that wouldn't have been much fun. Anna's telling me it might be better if we try it on the one where it's on his chest underneath him, but until I'm confident the waterproof case isn't going to break or open. My concern with having it under his chest is it puts the camera upside down, so a little black clasp on it can drag on the floor, and as soon as that the clasp, as soon as it knocks on something, opens. You saw how broken up and stuff it was when I was playing with it yesterday, and I kind of thought I'd broken it. So maybe this is the downside to buying the cheap tat. But the official GoPro versions of a waterproof case and a dog harness are going to set me back over £100, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. We're at the woods anyway, so the drone is back. It's on my back. I'm going to prove to you it's not broken, unless you don't see any drone footage today, in which case that proves it was broken. Maybe.
Go this way for car.
If you're wondering why his hand is stuck in his pocket, Anna, tell us why his hand's in his pocket.
Ask him.
Andy, why is your hand in your pocket?
No, no, no.
His cube is in there.
His what?
His cube.
Yeah, so the fidget cube is in his pocket, his hand is in his pocket, making sure the cube doesn't go anywhere. He did have a little go holding the lead. He loved that last year, apparently not so much this year. And I really need these lens hoods to arrive quick.
That's what
Dave, don't drink it. I'm far more grumpy than I should be about this GoPro thing. It's annoying. I'm more annoyed about that not working than I was when the drone crashed here, which is silly. Stupid GoPro useless accessories that don't work because they're cheap fakes.
Put down there.
Drone experts, why is it showing no positioning ATTI on there? Is that a thing with GPS not working? I did try and fly it a second ago, and it went about 2 feet off the ground and just veered off to the side, so I landed it again quickly. So the GPS stuff isn't working on it properly. I've turned it off and back on again. I've fiddled with the settings. I can't get it to work. Ooh, technology's failing me today. This video is probably not recording. I'm in a right grumpy now. Let me know down in the comments what I need to do to fix that. I'm not going to try and fly it without GPS, because I've heard some people crash them into trees in those scenarios, and I don't want to become one of those people. So we'll put it away. Please help me, I'm getting really sad. Anna's insisting I tell you the real reason I'm grumpy. Or what she thinks is the real reason. I'm a grown man, I couldn't possibly be grumpy about this. But I have had a very traumatic... The drone has just turned itself on again in my bag.
Yeah, was that your drone?
Yep.
That's weird. I've had a very traumatic 18 hours because you'll remember from the gaming channel, those who've been around for a while, I have a favourite mug. It's an Arrow mug. I like to drink my coffee out of it. I had to stop using it on video when I started using the green screen regularly because bits of it would disappear and it looked like I had a mug with holes in. Well, now I have a mug with holes in because I dropped it on the garage floor and the handle came off. To make matters worse, my second favourite mug, a Marvel mug, and I kicked across the room in a rage and broke that one as well. Hold on, let's check the facts there. Did my second favourite mug get broken?
Yes.
Did you kick it?
Yep.
Did it break because you kicked it?
But why was it on the floor and why was it next to another cup?
I don't know.
That's not the sink.
Where do you put, if you're sat on the sofa and you finish your coffee, you put it on the floor, don't you? Like normal people. So both of my favourite mugs have been broken. If I wasn't already upset about that, I would be able to solve the GoPro problem and the drone problem. But I'm right on the edge of tears as it is. I do have Gorilla Glue, because it's just the handles that have come off them both. They're both fixable. And an identical version of my Arrow mug are both arriving from Amazon today. But, so sad. The don't climb on the logs sign seems to have been removed since we were last here. Does that mean I can now climb on the logs?
No, get out.
Don't spoil my fun, I didn't see the sign. If I didn't see the sign's not real, I can climb on the logs.
Andy, please, Amy, coats. And Dave, come here.
Got your fidget cube?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
No.
No, you just don't ever put it down.
No kicking.
No what?
No kicking.
No kicking?
No.
Okay, no kicking apparently. We've got a wet dog in the back of the car. We're at the church obviously. This church specifically. I'm not going to get the little time lapse thing out. They're not going to be there long enough. The gate's shut. It's 4:30, 25 to 5 in fact. We've got to go to my dad's as well. I think he'll probably wander around to the crossing. That's a really weird angle. He'll wander around to the crossing and then we'll head to my dad's. We've got to get eldest child first. We have this one who's hiding from the camera and him. We need one more. Plus we need to put that dog at home. This has probably been the most challenging day since he's been on his medication. He's been kicking off about his shoes not being tied right. He's taking his shoes off. It's 25 minutes until 5. I can't give you all of the information there because he'll hear me, but he's going on about bells and there aren't going to be any bells because we've got to go to my dad's. We've got Dave in the back of the car. He can't sit here for 25 minutes. What he's saying at the moment is he's going to go to the crossing and then come back and wait for bells, which he's not. We can't. Dave will be just melting in the car. We could get him out, but we've got to go to my dad's. We've got to pick up Lucy. He's not in a very good mood today, which added on to my grumpiness. Add that onto my grumpiness about my mugs and the GoPro and the drone, and it's just a big pile of grumpy all piling in on itself. So I need to stop recording so I don't get even grumpier. We're at my dad's, but I was handed an Amazon box as I was getting into the car, and I'm hoping this will be my new old mug. Right, we have Gorilla Glue, so that lady there can fix my broken Arrow mug. And then here we have new Arrow mug.
It's the same as your one.
Yeah, it's exactly the same. But the difference is this one still has a handle attached to it, and also hasn't faded around the top where I've rubbed my bristles on it over and over again, so it's not the same. So I'd rather the old one gets fixed than this one can go in the bin, but it's there as an insurance. As is always the way, when we go to my dad's we've forgotten something. This time we've forgotten Andy's drinks. Does mean I can bring these home in a much better mood. Now I have an Arrow mug and a way to fix the old one again. By the end of today, could have 2 Arrow mugs. That's better than 1. I need to get Coke. Last one. Don't know why I'm bringing the box. You go, my dad's recycling then. Not quite sure what he's going to drink in the morning because Diet Coke is still the only thing he drinks. I don't really know how we got to the point where every Sunday after my dad's we had to come to the church, but apparently now we do. So we're at the church. Second church of the day. I don't really know why they're just hanging around in the doorway. I think it's open. I think there might be a service going on in there.
No, it's not open. It's not open.
Andy?
Andy, it's open.
Window.
what, you can have a quick walk around. Hiya.
Pretty sure it's the vicar who's just let them in, so I guess they've just joined a religion. Is that how it works? I've got another parcel at home, a bigger parcel than the one you just saw me open at my dad's. Bigger than any of the parcels we had yesterday. I think it's going to be my other 2 lenses and maybe a new tripod. So rather than wasting time at this church, which they still haven't come out of, I want to go home and open them. Last parcel, I think. Let's see what we've got here. I think I know what it is. This should be lenses and a tripod, I think. There is a backpack due to come as well. Put it all in, but that's going to take a little bit longer to arrive, which is fine. It just needs to be here before Comic-Con. So, first things first, we have a new tripod. An actual better quality one than the dodgy ones that I use here in the studio. It's a little bit bigger than I was hoping for. I was hoping it might strap onto the side of the bag. I think that's probably a bit too big. I might still end up taking a travel one to Comic-Con because I'm on the train and I don't want to carry a whole load of stuff. The thing I like about this one is, as well as it being a tripod, it can also adjust so that it's just a pole as well, which is a lot more useful when you're at a place like Comic-Con. There's nowhere to set up a tripod in there, but you can certainly set up a pole with a camera on and stop all the shaky. But that might be too big to carry on the train. So I think the plan at the moment is going to be that we're taking this suitcase on wheels with handle and Captain America tag. That is going to fit all of our clothes in and all of Anna's makeup. And then the new backpack is going to have all the camera gear, lenses, maybe this tripod, more realistically this tripod, and I'll probably hold this, maybe take the tripod I'm using now, maybe see if I can just take the pole part of that, and that will be all the camera gear. When I've gone to Comic-Con or anywhere on the train in the past, all the vlogging has been done on this, so it's a little bit of a new experience. Going to Comic-Con is going to be the challenging one. All the gaming events and things we're going to later in the year, and when we went to Birmingham Comic-Con earlier in the year, we drove to all them. We're going on the train. I can't take more than that wheelie suitcase and a backpack. Normally we just take a hold-all that has all our clothes and stuff in, and that's it. So we're going to have to travel a little bit lighter with clothes and stuff. Things like my iPad. I probably don't need to take my iPad if I'm taking my phone and my MacBook. Don't need a change of shoes, don't need a coat. Let's hope it doesn't rain. And it'll be fine. We'll fit it all in, I hope. But that bag won't be here for a few more days. But the rest of the stuff that's in here, we have the other 2 lenses, presumably. Well, that one's a proper Canon lens in a box. That's the long range jobby, the big one. And then this, why is this not in a Canon box? This is an 18 to 55 milliliter new open box, it says on it. I don't understand why it's not in a proper Canon box. I've bought something dodgy off of Amazon again, but that's in theory the everyday lens. So now I have the wide angle lens that I'm using now, the little lens that I got yesterday, which is good in low light, the long range lens, the everyday, somewhere between the 2 lenses. I think I'm sorted for lenses for a while. And then this, I believe, is finally the lens hood for the lens I'm using right now, I think. So all that lens flare we had earlier today, yeah, there you go, it's for this one, maybe. I'll work out how to fit it on properly. All that lens flare we had earlier today, hopefully we won't have that anymore. So that, bag aside, I think is all the new stuff we need. And I think now, hardware-wise, I am completely set up. The only other purchases I've got in the back of my mind come after I get an office, and that is going to be once I know I'm going to do this long term. Once we get to October, November time, and if I know the level of income that I've got is going to be sufficient to keep doing it long term, the plan then is to relocate from my garage into a local office space, which hopefully won't cost a fortune, but I don't really want to be sat out here in the garage in the middle of winter. and I then move everything over to an office, and at that point I want to get a proper monitor, docking station for the MacBook, a proper desk, proper chair, all that kind of normal office stuff that you get. But that is all for a later date. For now, while this is just a let's see if it works and do it all out of my garage deal, we're set. And if I have to go back to teaching before Christmas or whenever it might be, at least this set of gear will be enough to be a very keen enthusiast vlogger for the rest of my life, which will be cool. So I think we're sorted. I'm less grumpy now, by the way. Anna has fixed my Arrow mug with some Gorilla Glue that I bought, so that should be usable again tomorrow. I've got a nice new one as well, as you saw. So I'm happy about all that now. I am still annoyed about the GoPro thing. If you've got any suggestions about that, please let me know down in the comments. And if you know what's wrong with my drone, I did mean to check it when I got back here, but by the time we were actually back home after going to my dad's, it was getting dark. So, not been able to do that, but I am worried that I've broken the drone when I crashed it and now the GPS doesn't work. But the other part of me is thinking, this phone is 2 years old now. Perhaps I need a new phone. We're getting to the point where it's time for a new phone, and then that might work a little bit better with it. Who knows? Anyway, I've talked at you for long enough today. If you have enjoyed today's vlog, please make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. And thank you very much for watching.